In this video, we're going to be comparing FieldPulse to QuoteIQ, and I'll be honest with you guys, it's not even a close comparison, but we're going to go through it for shits and giggles, if you will. Excuse my French. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse CRM complete comparison. Choosing between QuoteIQ and FieldPulse CRM, this comprehensive comparison reveals why contractors save 60 to 75% with better mobile apps, transparent pricing, and more built-in features when they go with QuoteIQ. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this one. So QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse CRM, quick comparison. So starting price, first and foremost, we don't know what FieldPulse starting price is because they don't have any pricing information. If you go to their website and you try to come in here and you try to request pricing, all you're going to have to do is jump on a call with them to see what their pricing is, and they're going to try to run you through the sales pitch, run you through the whole thing. If you want QuoteIQ's pricing, you go into the QuoteIQ website, you click pricing, and then there you go. It's right there. It's visible. It's right in front of you, and you can also see a comparison guide of some of our top competitors. So QuoteIQ is very transparent when it comes to pricing. iOS rating, QuoteIQ blows FieldPulse out of the water. A lot of complaints about FieldPulse is, their mobile app is unreliable for anybody doing field service work, for anybody who has, employees working through the app. They prefer QuoteIQ because it's just more reliable than, FieldPulse. Another thing is public pricing. So you can't look at public pricing on FieldPulse. You can within QuoteIQ. I will say this. FieldPulse is venture capitalist funding. I looked at an article. I think it said that FieldPulse had raised $70 or $80 million from venture capitalist funding. The thing is, you guys got to keep in mind when you're looking at these companies, Jobber, FieldPulse, a lot of these companies that raise tons and tons of money, that money has to be paid back. So who do you think pays for that money to be paid back? Typically the contractor. And that's why you got to jump into their pricing plans and you got to schedule a call to get a price because they're going to try to get the highest price out of you possible. There's going to be a lot of things in terms of, integrations and add-ons that they're going to try to get you for within the software. QuoteIQ doesn't do that. All the things are built into QuoteIQ's features. They're also going to raise the price on you over time. QuoteIQ doesn't. We have a guaranteed price for the lifetime of your subscription. The price never raises. So a couple of things to keep in mind when it comes to QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse. Let's get back into this. So contracts required. FieldPulse actually requires a 60-day minimum contract. QuoteIQ never has contracts ever. QuoteIQ also offers satellite property measurement. So if you come into QuoteIQ, if you come into the dashboard, you can click map tool here at the top. You can jump right in and look at properties. So whatever industry you're in, if you want to take a look at the property, you also have square footage measurement. All these measurements are built right into our estimates. So you have a per square footage price, per linear foot price on all of your estimates. So you can measure a property and immediately turn it into an estimate based on your pricing for that specific property. So that's one of the things that people love about QuoteIQ. No extra integration in terms of mapping tools and having the mapping tool actually right in there with their estimates. They absolutely love it. So FieldPulse has no customer self-quoting. QuoteIQ does. We have InstaQuote. QuoteIQ also has InstaSchedule. So if we come back into the website here, I'm going to jump over to the homepage because I want to give you guys an idea of what this looks like. InstaQuote automates your quoting process, allowing customers to self-quote on all of your services. This not only saves you time and money, but also increases your average ticket price and helps you to close more jobs. So on your website, you can attach this right here. Basically, it's all of your services. You attach questions to all your services, and based on the answers to those questions, the customer then gets a price. After which, if they accept the estimate that they're given, which you didn't have to do anything for. You didn't have to travel to a property. You didn't have to talk to a homeowner, whatever the case may be, or a business owner. You just gave them a price. They can then schedule that using InstaSchedule. So once a quote is approved, QuoteIQ allows your customer to schedule services based upon your calendar availability. So InstaSchedule is kind of a one-to-one with regards to your calendar. It looks at your calendar. It says, okay, great. We have the 13th open all day. We can take any time slot there. And then it provides that as an option to the customer. Now, you don't have to use these tools with QuoteIQ. We just give you the option to. So if you don't like InstaQuote, you don't like self-scheduling, you don't have to use them, but at least you have the option, right? Within FieldPulse, there's no AI call answering. Within QuoteIQ, we have call answering. We also have outbound calling. So we have an AI that can answer all the calls in your business. We also have an AI that can call all of your customers and offer them deals and actually sell them on deals. So that's something that's built into QuoteIQ. no extra fees, no extra charges. We also have built-in photo documentation within FieldPulse. You don't have that within QuoteIQ. You do. So for FieldPulse, you actually have to have another application to do this within QuoteIQ. You're able to create inspection forms for pre and post jobs. You're able to create job forms where you can take pictures of the job, have notes on all those. You're able to create before and after pics. We also have an AI before and after pic generator, so you can actually create before and after pics using AI to sell the job. Our inspection forms are completely editable, completely customizable. We have set templates, or you can, create your own templates where you're able to put in customer details, report titles, technicians, property photos. You then can create a myriad of questions, yes, no questions, fill in the blank questions. You can do star rated questions. You can add comments on each one of these. You can add photos in each one of these. All these are exportable and sendable to the customer, and they save to the customer profile. So just another reason why people love going with QuoteIQ, built-in features like that they don't have to go to an outside source or another subscription and acquire another subscription to get. So we also have unlimited user options on plans. This is something that is not offered on FieldPulse. If you have a growing team, you're planning on growing your team, you're going to be paying more money forever. They operate from a per user basis. So you're going to be paying more money forever. QuoteIQ actually offers you the ability to get the max plan. You get unlimited users. Let's jump into the next one here. QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse pricing breakdown. Why contractors switch from FieldPulse to QuoteIQ is because you get massive savings. So right now with the current pricing model within QuoteIQ, for one user, you're going to save $828 a year. Pretty good. For 3 users, you're going to save $2,300 a year. We're getting better. 7 users, you're saving $6,000 a year. 15 users, you're saving $13,620 a year. And if you're a company that has 50 users, you're going to save $55,000 a year. You're basically just saving a ton of money when you're switching to QuoteIQ. So you can save $6,000 plus a year if you're just, a normal standard business with 7 users. So why would you not go with QuoteIQ? It's pretty plain and simple. QuoteIQ pricing plans, very transparent right here. You $29.99, $98.99, $189.99, and $34.99. And once you subscribe, the price doesn't go up for you. It's not like we're going to raise prices every single year. We're not doing incremental price increases. As long as you're with us, that's the price you're going to have. So if you want to get grandfathered in, QuoteIQ is a good way to go. So in terms of QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse, let's look at hidden cost analysis. We talked about this a couple of times earlier, but basically all those things that are built in QuoteIQ, you're going to have to get them outside of FieldPulse. So that job documentation thing that we talked about, you're going to have to get an integration with CompanyCam. And CompanyCam does not have any tiers under $100. So integration with CompanyCam. Review management, you'd have to get a nice job integration for $75. QuoteIQ does in-house review management. You come into the marketing section here, you click review multiplier. This is a link redirect after an invoice is paid, redirects the customer to whatever review platform that you want. You can add in tons of review platforms right into here. It's going to tell you how many times that review redirect happened. It's going to give you a report, how much did that increase, week over week, month over month. You can then set up review automation requests. So you can set up an email that goes out. You can set up a text that goes out to your customers. You can then set up review mass blast. Let's say you got 1,000 customers and, it's been a long time since you either serviced them or they haven't left a review. You can do a mass blast to all those customers, text blast, email blast, let them know to leave your review. Or you can set up an AI review request where basically an AI agent calls all of your customers and tells them to leave you a review. So tons of options with regards to review multiplier. Just another thing, if you had FieldPulse, you got to have a $75 subscription. I've seen subscriptions go for this type of functionality for over $100. We can talk about phone systems here. So if you want to use a phone system, that's something that's built into QuoteIQ in terms of Client Hub, which we can check out right here. If we jump into Client Hub, you guys can see you have all of your customer interactions here. You can send texts and images. They can call into this number. And also your whole team has visibility over this number. So there's complete transparency in terms of your whole team being able to see this. That's not available on FieldPulse. That's something you have to have an extra cost for or an add-on. AI answering service, that's not something that they currently have. We have tons of AI features that they're not going to be able to touch. Property measurements, that's something we talked about earlier. Customer self-quoting, customer self-scheduling, all things that you'd have to go elsewhere to get those. So QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse, total cost, a 7-user FieldPulse with CompanyCam and Nice Job can exceed $900 a month. QuoteIQ Elite right now is $189.99 a month. Includes equivalent features, saving you over $8,500 every single year. So QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse CRM. Even if we look at the mobile app ratings, I mean, you guys, look at this. iOS for them is 3.7. iOS for us is 4.7. Google Play for them is 3.2. Google Play for us is 4.5. They have 113 reviews, you guys. We have 2,700. They have not spent enough time talking to their customers, getting reviews. We know how important reviews are for us. And we also know how important reviews are for you. That's why we built the review multiplier tool right into QuoteIQ for you guys to use and not have to go out and get another subscription, another integration, another charge every single month, another login, just another reason why QuoteIQ is better. So QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse. If we look at exclusive features, as we mentioned before, Map Measure Pro, InstaQuote, InstaSchedule, AI Virtual Call Team, QuoteIQ Cam, Review Multiplier, Client Hub. We are not even getting into some of the things that QuoteIQ has. We didn't even get into like job lists and pipelines and inventory and just a bunch of other features that QuoteIQ has today, as well as they have sales tracking within QuoteIQ, something that I'm sure, I don't know. I don't think FieldPulse has that though. So FieldPulse versus QuoteIQ CRM, user complaints. People that use FieldPulse complain about QuickBooks integration issues. They complain about mobile app reliability. They complain about updates breaking features. They complain about opaque pricing, not being very clear on what the current pricing is. If they're not clear on what the pricing is when you get in, how are they going to be clear about what the pricing is as time goes on? They're not going to be. Also, per user costs add up. So, do you want to pay per user forever? If not, jump into QuoteIQ. So QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse. If we did a full feature comparison, as you guys can see here, there's a lot more things included within QuoteIQ than there is within FieldPulse. And if it is included within FieldPulse, like I said, venture capital is backed. They need to return that money to the people that invested in them. So what are they going to do? They're going to have the add-ons. They're going to have the per user basis. They're going to find every little place to kind of nickel and dime you and get more money out of you. QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse in terms of user limits, we have a tier that there's no user limit. You can basically grow your team to as big as you want for $349 a month. That is not something that's available on FieldPulse. QuoteIQ versus FieldPulse, let's be fair, right? Let's give them a couple things. This is where FieldPulse wins. Customer support, not likely. I really doubt that they win in customer support. To be honest with you, I could call right now into our customer support. They're going to answer. We have phone support, email support, Zoom call support. We have chat support. We have AI support. We have forums built out specifically for frequently asked questions within QuoteIQ. I highly doubt that they win in the customer support category. Accounting options, I will say they probably win there. They have Xero integration. They have MYOB integration. Currently, QuoteIQ only has QuickBooks. In terms of customer financing, QuoteIQ does not currently offer customer financing. It's something that we're looking into adding. However, FieldPulse does have it with WiseTech and Acorn. Supplier integrations, parts ordering from City Electric, Wind Supply, etc. Those are things that you could probably find within FieldPulse. As well as FieldPulse has been around for 10 years, whereas QuoteIQ has been around for 3. And then funding stability, they have raised $80 million, which is venture backed. Like I said, they're going to look out for their investors. We're going to look out for our users. So with that being said, I think it's very clear that QuoteIQ is going to win this comparison. If at any point in this video you guys are like, I want to try QuoteIQ, it'll be the first link in the comment section and the description. You can also schedule a Zoom call with us. Schedule a Zoom with us and walk through the platform. Literally, our support team will walk you through every single feature here. We're not going to make you schedule a call to get a free trial. We're not going to make you schedule a free call in order to see what the pricing is. You can come through. You can see our pipelines on estimates. You can see our calendar feature. You can see our forms here. You can see our map tool. You can ask all the questions. You can make sure that this is the right fit for your business before you jump in. We're here to help you, and we always will be. We're always going to hold your price. We're always going to listen to you. We actually added in the suggest a feature within here specifically for us to hear what our users wanted and for us to implement those things within the app. You can even vote on the features that are mentioned within here. So all that being said, try out QuoteIQ or go with FieldPulse. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much. Peace.